All right. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Gonz Sports Talk, the show where we not only talk about everything Baltimore Ravens, but around the NFL. And welcome back to another post-game live edition of the show. And today, we're going to be talking about the Ravens dominating bounce-back win 41-10 over the Denver Broncos at home in Week 9. Dom, how you feeling? Oh, by the way, I'm Gonz, that's Dom, and we're ready to talk about it. Dom, how you feeling right now? You look really happy.
Yes, it was a satisfying performance. I just want to let everyone know for the record, for everyone who goes back to the pregame and saw us say our previous score predictions, we were just trolling. It was early, it was late April Fools when we said our score predictions in the pregame. It was, so just letting you guys know for the record, it was all just a joke when we said that. But yeah, man, I'm feeling good. Can't wait to dive into this game. Definitely some high highs, not too many lows, but definitely some things still of concern. Definitely gonna get ready to break that all down here.
That's pretty funny. It wasn't an April Fool's joke for me, at least. I did not think the Ravens would bounce back in this fashion, especially with that defense. But let's just get into it. Should we start offense or defense? I would say, well, but instant analysis, I would say offense. Amazing job, great job. They ran the football. Henry over 100 yards, over 20 carries. I don't think he got to 30, but he got close to 25, and that's what we talked about in the pregame show. At least for my key to the game was pound the rock with the hammer that you got in the backfield, and that being King Henry. And I think they did a pretty good job. Denver was clearly tired in the second half. I mean, they looked beaten and brutal and tired. I mean, just worn out. I mean, having to tackle King over and over again in the third quarter and fourth quarter is just too much for some of these guys, and they don't play us that often. So that was really nice to see. I'm so glad to see that. Yeah, Lamar Jackson, another spectacular day. O-line, pretty good. On the highlights now listen, I forgot to tell you guys, I had an event to attend to today. I missed the entire first quarter. So I don't know how they did blocking wise, but it looked pretty good for the most part. There might have been a couple plays where they were getting after him, but pretty decent job against a good defense overall with the blocking. I mean, that was my second key to the game. And the play calling wasn't too crazy either. It was just pound, smash mouth ball with a couple little play actions thrown in there, and that's all you need. You don't need. And look at you, you're sitting at a victory. So offense, great job. They've been doing this all year. Honestly, it's really great. Love to see it.
Yeah. I mean, you hit it on the nose. I mean, it was just a great day for this offense against the top 5 defense overall. I mean, it was just a spectacular performance. Lamar Jackson, 16 of 19, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, perfect passer rating. You couldn't ask for much more from him than that. Can we just talk about the ball placement today? I feel like it was damn near perfect. I mean, literally, he was just throwing it anywhere he wanted it to be on the field today. He was hitting every receiver on the money. Zay, 5 catches, 127, his 4th 100-yard game this year, and 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to lie, he could have an 1,000-yard season. Probably the first 1,000-yard season we've had in a very, very long time for one of our receivers.
He didn't get it last year?
No, I think he was at like 8 or 9 last year, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just all over the field. He was throwing laser beams everywhere. I mean, Henry had a great screen, went for 27 yards. Bateman had a good catch today. Andrews, 2 catches, 26. Hill, good catches out of the backfield. He almost took one for a touchdown if he didn't get caught. So, again, just great performance for everyone. Pat Ricard getting into the end zone with a passing touchdown. I love that for him. Derrick Henry, you pretty much touched on it already, but 23, 106, 2 touchdowns at 1,000 yards this year. He's definitely, I have to say, he has to be probably the best free agent signing we've had in a very, very long time. And it's hard to argue that him and Lamar's chemistry right now is just insane. The way that it's impossible to stop because you don't know where the ball is going. Like Lamar, he didn't even really have to run today.
No.
Like he had 3 carries for 4 yards. Like it's incredible what this duo. And every time I see them together, it makes me mad that we could not get this last year. Like F the Titans every day of the week for not allowing this to happen last year. But it's just incredible performance. Like you said, O-line had a really good day today. They had a really, really good day. Lamar had a lot of time to throw.
Good.
Like it was beautiful to see.
I'll take your word for it. Maybe I'm just picky.
No, I get what you mean though, because he definitely had some moments where he had to like escape a little bit. But for the most part, the O-line showed up today, and they blocked incredibly well for Lamar. Sometimes it looked like he had most of the day to throw. So it was good to see. He only got sacked 1 time for 11 yards. So really not too bad from that O-line today. I think offensively today we were clicking early, which was beautiful to see. But yeah, all in all, man, this offense, and like you said, they've been doing this for majority of the year, so it's not like too shocking. But again, what a bounce back from last week against this Broncos defense. Again, it's highly warranted for them to be named this. But I mean, they were a top defense in the league, still are. Didn't have a great day today, but other than that, beautiful performance on this offense. I really have no complaints on this front.
And nice screen passes too. I saw a couple more of those go for big yards. Zay Flowers, Justice Hill, Derrick Henry almost took one all the way in the third quarter. He stumbled a little bit around midfield, man. If he stayed on his feet, I thought he was going to make some more moves and go. But, yeah, this team could just beat you in so many ways. And the running game was stout today. They didn't do crazy stuff. They did their sweeps. They did their inside zones. They did their dives. And that's what you need. That's what you want to do. I didn't see any goofy end arounds or repeatedly goofy end arounds. I just saw good football. I just saw classic football. And that's what you want when you got Derrick in the backfield. I love it. I love it.
I also want to note, too, because Derrick, he didn't get it going like in that. I mean, the Broncos were really stout on stopping that run early, and they were doing a good job. They were holding Henry. And that's the point I was going to get to. It's not giving up on the run, even if it's not working early in the game. It shows, and plus Henry, again, when you have a back like Henry who can just start going at any point in the game, if you give him an opportunity, that's even more of a sign to like, hey, keep going. Just switch up the run scheme, switch up the block.
I've been saying this all year long. He lives for the second half. This dude is a battering ram in the second half. Every game that we've won, he's been a force in the second half. Last week, he was not a force in the second half. They didn't use him. It's not a coincidence. I'm trying to tell you. I know that Dom's trying to make that point, but that is not shocking to me because that has been my philosophy all year long. I'm telling you. And I'm glad Baltimore is catching on to it because that's what he is. He's a game closer. Nobody wants to tackle that in the third quarter. You're tired. Fourth quarter, you're tired. And that's what the Broncos defense looked like, a stout defense at that, not wanting to hit this man. And even when they tried to hit this man, he would just bounce off of them. One of the sweeps, I forget which drive it was. I think it was on the Patrick Ricard touchdown drive. They swept it left, tossed it out, and then, oh, my God, Benito was just trying to come in from the edge. He threw himself at him. Henry didn't even look at it. Just bounced off him. 5-yard gain, first down. I mean, you can't – it's too hard for some of these guys. And that – I love it. I absolutely love it. This dude is a mismatch. He is a game closer. He lives for the third and fourth quarter. So use him. Use him. Let him get tackled in the first half because you know that the defense won't be able to keep it up for 4 quarters because they're going to get tired.
Yeah, literally. And then, again, this is all before Keaton Mitchell comes back. So this makes it even better because Justice Hill is already playing super, super well in his role. I feel like when Keaton comes back, you still have to incorporate Justice Hill into this offense. He's earned it. He's played great all year. You got to give credit where credit is due in that regard. But, dude, this just makes it easier because you guys see Henry coming out of the game a decent amount of rate because being able to conserve him for those clutch moments, for those second half performances that he's been putting on. When Keaton comes back, you can probably do it a little bit more now because him and Justice are so elusive. They make guys miss. They can break some tackles. I mean, it's just going to make it even better for Henry, who can rest up even more now in games when Keaton comes back. So you just him going off is crazy. Mind you, this is just between him and Hill. They're the only two backs right now. So when Keaton comes back, this is just going to make Henry being able to rest even more for those second half stretches. I'm excited for it. When Keaton comes back, this offense is going to be even more monstrous than what it already is. And I'm excited to see it. I just wish Keaton would be on the field now.
I still think it's going to be mainly Hill and Henry, especially for the first few games because they got.
No, absolutely. You still have to work him in. You still have to work him in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, once he gets fully acclimated back in, and you have all three of them clicking, like the way they've been clicking just between Henry and Hill, it's going to be a problem. It's quite literally going to be an issue to try to stop this offense.
Yeah, we'll see. But shout out to the offense today. Shout out to Monken for coming up with a pretty good plan. Nice misdirection on those play action passes too. But yeah, good job.
Monken called a flawless game today. Monken called a flawless game today. It's just great. When he has the playbook in the pants, man, it's just GG's for everybody even thinking of trying to stop this Ravens offense. It's incredible.
Yeah, I got you. I love it. You love to see it. All right, defensively, it was looking a little rough there in the first half again, and I don't know, man. I know they settled down and they got stops in the second half, but it's still there's still people wide open, and there's still issues on the pass rush. I mean, Bo Nix is still. I feel like Bo Nix started pressing and started missing some throws there at the end, like I assumed he would, because he's a rookie. But this defense has still got to tighten up, man. I know they didn't allow a point in the second half, but it's not good enough for me. It's not, because the Broncos missed some opportunities in the red zone. I really liked Trenton Simpson's sack. That was awesome. Late in the game on a 3rd and goal from the 1. That was awesome. Patrick Queen could never. So that was really nice to see. But there's still too many guys wide open. Like the first half, that was a 3rd and 11 or 10 or something. I mean, busted coverage down the left sideline on Cortland Sutton. Like, how does that happen? There's still too many breakdowns and not enough pressure. There's still not enough pressure on the QB. I mean, grant that Bo Nix is elusive and he was making guys miss, but, why are we making guys miss, man? One of those plays was incredible where Oweh was chasing, Wormley was in there, Tavius Robinson, who did have 1 sack, so thank you, got all juked left, juked right, juked left, and he juked all the way back to the right and threw a completion from -1 yards. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky, but I guess we got to take what we can get. It is a little bit of an improvement, but it's not good enough for me yet. There's still too many coverage things open, and I need more. I need more. So yes, technically, yeah, it was better than last week, clearly, because they only allowed 10, but you need more. I mean, the first half was really not good, in my opinion. So yeah, I need to see. I need results on the field. They talked about it in the thing. You asked me that question yesterday. There's not enough good results yet. There's still a work in progress. You need to trade for a pass rusher. I literally just watched Jadeveon Clowney get a sack on Derek Carr on 3rd down and cement their victory, and they just beat the Saints. The 1-7 Panthers just beat the New Orleans Saints, who are 2-6, so they're garbage too. But still, pressure with the game on the line. I mean, we could have used a sack last week on Winston on that drive, right? So I'm watching guys get sacks. You need to go get them. You need to go get Jadeveon. You need to do it. I'm sorry. Go get him now. Get him or Za'Darius, your choice. Go pick it up, because I'm just not seeing enough from Van Noy, Oweh, who had a couple bursts, but that's it. And those bursts did not turn into sacks. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, it was better than last week. I'm really super confident going into next Thursday that we're going to be strong on defense. No, I'm not. So
yeah,
prove me wrong, Ravens. Do it.
I don't.
Shout out to Trenton Simpson.
No, I don't think.
And shout out to RJ Washington for getting a pick, for catching the pick. So thank you.
Yeah.
So baby steps, I guess,
Right.
right? Like micro steps. But yeah, we need more. We need more.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think you're being nitpicky. I mean, even you can even see Twitter saying that Bo Nix had almost all day to throw the ball. The pass rush has to improve. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we had 4 sacks today. Trenton Simpson, like you said, coming down, stopping Bo on that play. Got to give it to him. I think that was the force of turnover on downs, if I'm not mistaken.
It was
Also,
third down.
It was third down. Okay, yeah.
Still a hell
And
of
then
a play,
Tavius,
though. I'm
still,
telling
yeah, of
Patrick
course, hell of a
Queen
play.
would never. I'm telling you. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, that's true. Like, if Queen used to do that, he would just throw his body away and just be out of the play completely. You know it's true.
Tavius Robinson, 2 sacks today. Shout out to him. Never giving up ever. He played a pretty good game today. I think I saw him one time in coverage. And
Yeah, he was solid.
He had a he was pretty solid today. And then the other sack, the last sack coming from Malik Harrison, also with a tackle for loss. So I do agree. While we did see 4 sacks today, Bo Nix still had a decent amount of time to just sit there, call his girlfriend, and make dinner reservations. Like it was still not a good defensive line showing today. He also has some overthrows that easily could have been touchdowns. That overthrow, I think it was Arthur Millette in coverage. I don't know. I forgot who he was throwing to at that point in time, but I'm not gonna lie. If he doesn't overthrow that, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's just certain things. I honestly agree. I think, and I don't know if Ravens fans are going to agree, disagree. I'm willing to give a first for a pass rusher at this point. I think right now, the way you're looking at this team, this offense is ready to compete in the playoffs. You can just see it. I mean, they've been scoring nonstop. They've been consistent for these past couple of weeks. They've been able to put up points. I mean, they just need the defense to match their intensity and to match their play on the other side of the ball, and they're not doing it. So, I mean, at this point right now, I'm saying give the first at this point. I know some people are going to sit here and say, oh, no, you shouldn't. I would never trade a first, for it. But I'm not – it's time to win, man. And right now, the pass rush isn't going to do it. If we were playing Mahomes right now and he had all day to throw like that, I'm not going to lie. Some of those pass plays that were overthrown probably are touchdowns. We are just lucky that Bo Nix, is still growing. He's still trying to, acclimate him. It's his first year. But, I mean, at this point right now, dude, you have to invest in the pass rush. And I'm not saying DaCosta is not, because according to Schefter, he said that he's been on the phone. He's been trying to make moves. Not mad at it at all. These deals are not easy to make. Of course, they want to make sure it's even on both sides. That's completely fair. But right now, I just don't want DaCosta to be stingy with these picks because this defense needs it. Like you said, they didn't allow any points in the second half. But, I mean, I'm just Sean Payton went for it on 4th down multiple times. That just goes to show you how much respect he has for this Ravens defense. I mean, he just felt like they probably could get it each and every time if they wanted to. And they were just – it was still early in the game. I think he went for it twice in the first half.
And the Ravens did stonewall him on one that led to our touchdown, right? Our first one.
They did. Yes,
so that was a good stop. I will give you that.
Right, yes. Thankfully, the Ravens were pretty much they were only able to convert 1 4th down, I believe. I think it was 1 of 5 4th downs they were able to convert. So the Ravens did a pretty good job on that front. But I agree with you. I think the pass rush still needs to be addressed. There has to be some moves made because it just feels because I don't know if it was just me who realized it. And if anybody else says anything, please feel free to make me if I'm wrong. But even when we were blitzing, it just felt like we could not.
No, we can't get
pressure.
Home.
I will say, just wasn't there.
The run defense was better today.
Good run defense.
I mean, it
good
was
run defense. That was going to be my next
a couple
point.
times it got us, but I thought it was way better than last week and the week before.
Yeah.
They weren't gashing us like crazy.
Yeah.
So they got their licks a little bit. And then, oh gosh, I saw a Javonte Williams 2.0 run at the end of the game where he was just I thought he was gone. But thankfully Stevens wrapped him up barely. But yeah, that was not good. But everything, rush defense overall better. Could still be a little bit tighter, I think. But given the fact that they were missing O-line or D linemen today and had people dealing with injury, it's fine. Wormley did have decent contain at times. I did see Wormley getting back there a little bit, which is nice to see from an interior perspective. And having Marlowe back was awesome. We needed that so bad. He made a couple plays as well. So, I mean, the secondary was not as garbage. That blown coverage to Sutton was terrible. But it was a little bit. They were a little bit more times where they were sticking on receivers a little bit, not just giving them super easy grabs. During the Browns game, like those were just easy, wide open grabs all day, every day. So if we right now, this could be if we and we can press the quarterback, I think we can go somewhere. There's a little bit of hope with Marlowe back in the lineup.
Yes,
it's that it
yeah,
did it was better in the secondary. If you want to make that second great, we've got to get these pass rush issues fixed, and then we will be much better.
Yeah, I agree. I think the pass rush, I think, is the main thing. Because with a good pass rush, you help your secondary out a ton. You know, they're not trying to sit there and cover routes for like 7-10 seconds. You know, you just try to get home. And that's what we've been struggling with almost damn near all year. Like, we just cannot get the pressure there. Even with a blitz, we just can't get there, even with blitzing. And that's a little scary against some of these better teams that we were going to have to face. Like you said, run defense was pretty good. Most rush yards we've allowed was 42 by Javonte. He was 12 of 42 today, 3.5 yards a carry. Bo Nix got out a couple of times. I know that was one of the things we talked about last week, him getting out of the pocket, trying to keep him contained. He had a decent amount of good runs. He had 6 carries for 36 yards. I would know he was also sacked, so also take that into account. He lost some yards from that. But other than that, the thing is, this pass rush needs to be addressed. And I'm not going to lie. Like I said, you mentioned the trades. Tomorrow is Monday. Trade deadline is Tuesday. I'm not going to lie. If we have to give the first, give the first. I'm not even mad at it. This team is ready to – I mean, this offense is ready to compete now. We just need the defense to match it. And if the defense can match the play, or even if they don't match it totally, if they could just be like right here, to where the offense is playing at right now, I'm telling you right now, we can get to the bowl.
Yeah.
We can get to the bowl. I mean, like I said, Lamar is throwing the ball at an electric rate, at an accurate. He had 3 incompletions today. 3. Like, it's 3 completions, 3 touchdowns. Didn't he have, like, one game, like, 5 incompletions, 5 touchdowns?
Yep.
I mean, it's really getting ridiculous.
No, it's
not. It
not.
really is. Like, he's playing.
Awesome. Keep it up.
I know.
You
know what I mean.
I know. I'm
just but like, yeah, it's getting, like, that's insane. Like, he's throwing it so accurately. He's gotten better. Like, dude, you have to take advantage of this now. DaCosta, make the trade, bro. Make the trade. Do what you got to do. Try to get this defense to match the offense's level of play, and I promise you, we can get to the bowl. I promise you we can.
Yeah, I agree. Looking at a couple more things before we get on out of here. Third down defense. 6 for 14. Still not great, but better. The Browns last week were what? 8 of 14, 9 of 14?
They were very efficient.
Yeah, over 50. 6 of 14 for the Denver Broncos, under 50%, but I feel like we could have made it a little bit less easy. We did surrender 122 yards rushing. I didn't realize that, but then I just remembered we let Bo Nix scramble for about 40, 50 yards total. So that number is a little bit deceiving. I think we did a pretty decent job on their backs, aside from that one long run by their number 23, who thought he was Javonte Williams at 21. So, yeah, decent job. Don't let the numbers fool you there. And some of those could have been sacks, I thought. But we just weren't getting off our blocks. And, again, we already talked about pass rush and, rushing lanes and everything. Much better rushing lanes in the second half, though. So shout out for Zach Orr for doing that, at least, containing. So then he was running around, but he wasn't running north to south. He was running east to west. So, yeah, you get your quarter. And that's what I said. That was part of the freaking keys to the game. Make him scramble. Don't let him set his feet. And then he's gonna bover throw like he did on a couple touchdowns. So thank you, Bo, for doing that. Because we sure as hell need it. But yeah, good couple positives to take away. It wasn't all garbage for the defense. I know we need to see more. We already talked about it, but it was a good day. For the most part, the complimentary ball was there. The special teams, good tackles made on the special teams. They did allow that one little bit long-ish return, but it was taken back by penalty, and they re-kicked, and Isaiah Likely tracked him down, so shout out to him. Tucker almost missed a 37-yarder. I don't know, man. He's still waning my confidence a little bit. We'll see how he goes down the stretch too. But yeah, great team win for the Ravens. Improvements on defense, but it's not over. We needed to see a lot more, but nonetheless a little bit better, especially in the secondary. We've got to keep our guys healthy too. Marlon, please stay healthy, because we need you. We really do. But yeah, good team win. Shout out to Lamar, another perfect game. Now tying Roethlisberger for best or most perfect passer ratings all time at 4. So that's pretty amazing. That was the stat I saw on CBS when I was watching the end. So great job. So yeah, looking down the road, this is game 1 of this little 2-game stretch where we have 2 games in 5 days. First one is correct, or first one is checked off. We won. Great job. Now we've got another ball game in 4 days. So Ravens going right back to work, and we've got a much more high-powered offense coming in. Speaking of our AFC North foes, Cleveland, fool's gold game last week. Like we all were trying to tell you, we had some really, I can't think of the word, delirious. I don't know. I can't think of it right now.
Delusional.
Thank you. Delusional Browns fans getting all excited that they beat Baltimore and their season could be saved. And what happened? You got shellacked by the Chargers. Absolutely shellacked. So you can sit your butts down and take that L and go to 2024. Goodbye, Cleveland. Bye-bye. Yeah. 2-7. See ya. Good night. Thank you, Chargers. Thank you, Jim. Shout out to the Harbaugh family. Because it was really kind of sickening to watch. I was watching a lot of stuff this week and saying, our season's alive. We got a chance. And no, you don't. You played a garbage defense that lets you win the game. And once you play a good defense, Winston, 3 interceptions. No chance. We should have had 3 interceptions.
He should have had 3 last
Right. So when you play a complimentary or a competent defense, by the way, the Chargers are number 1 in scoring defense, so good job. You get blown out.
We got to play him.
Yeah,
too.
But don't worry about it. That's down the road. Yeah. You see what happens. Fool's gold at its finest, that win against Baltimore last week, because their season's over. Am I being a hater? Maybe. But it's nice. I want to see the Browns fans now after 27-10 about the Winston hype train now. Anyway, Bengals, though, coming off a blowout victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. When the game was getting close, it was 31-17. Raiders had the ball in the red zone. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they can get a one-score game. I don't know what happened. Desmond Ridder just absolutely got destroyed. They win. They're 4-5. We're 6-3. Huge game for both teams coming up. The Ravens get another chance to set themselves apart in the division, move to 2-1, and the Bengals could drop to 4-6 and 1-2 in the division. That would be huge. So yeah, good job by the Ravens today. Any last comments before we start shifting gears?
I think there's some things that I feel like we should want to pay attention to. Some of these teams could be sellers between Monday and Tuesday. I'm just saying. I mean, like you said, Panthers took down the Saints 23-22. Seasons could be over. We never know. Commanders take down the Giants 27-22. Do hear some trades about potential Giants pass rushers could be available.
Hey, send Big Dexter our way. Sexy Dexy. Send him our way. We will take that.
Hey,
listen, throw Thibodeau in there too.
I wouldn't argue. Titans do take down the Patriots 20-17.
In overtime.
So I don't know. In overtime, yeah. Both 2-7. One is 2-6. Sellers, I don't know. Browns. There is rumors that Zadarius Smith to the Detroit Lions is pretty much a done deal. Of course, these are just rumors. I'm not sure. I haven't seen an exact source say this, that it's a done deal. but they're saying between tonight and tomorrow, Zadarius Smith to the Detroit Lions could be official. We will just have to wait and see.
Finish your thoughts. I'll be right back.
Bengals did take down the Raiders, as you said, 41-24. Will the Raiders become sellers? They did ship Devontae. Had no anticipation of trading Max Crosby. Not saying it's going to happen, but we don't know what's going to happen between tonight and tomorrow, so who knows? Bills take down the Dolphins. Is the Dolphins in season over? We do not know, but I mean the Dolphins, they would have a hill to climb. I mean in this AFC. I mean they're now 2-6. At this point, the best they could finish is probably 10-7 at worst at this point. So I don't know. We will just have to see. Could they also become sellers that this season potentially over? I don't know. Do they still have faith? I mean, with the Jets trying to make a comeback, the Bills dominating that division as they usually have been for these past couple of years, I do not know. The Falcons take down the Cowboys, who now go to 3-5.
And Prescott left the game with a hamstring injury. If you did not know already,
correct. Cooper Rush did come into the game, did throw a touchdown, but no, it was Cooper Rush. Yeah, okay. He did come in, throw a touchdown, but it was too little, too late. Could the Cowboys become sellers? I don't know. Is their season over?
Send us Mike.
I mean, the NFC. But yeah, I don't know. Could they become sellers? I mean, in this NFC, I mean, when you think about the NFC competitors, I mean, who's going to make the playoffs? Viking. I'm not going to lie to you. I really would not be surprised if the whole NFC North made the playoffs. I'm not going to lie to you. They're all still have a winning record. You don't think Chicago's going to make it?
No. Nope. They had a chance to really make a statement last week, and they frittered it away.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's the NFC. Anything can happen. It's not as strong, but you have the Eagles. You have the Niners, who I know who are also kind of struggling, but, you know, it's the NFC. I don't know if Dallas can make it. I mean, anybody can compete at any point. You could probably get into the playoffs with a below 500 record in the NFC. So there's a lot of small margin for error.
How about the Buffalo Miami game? Wow, what
was an insane one. That was insane. It was back and forth.
I mean, Buffalo, 61 yards. Tyler Bass
nails it.
Nails it.
I mean,
that was a guy that struggled with kicks at times.
If I'm Miami, that's a devastating blow to Miami
right now.
Yeah, that's a devastating blow to Miami's season because they could have used that win, get to 3-5. Yeah,
you almost.
I mean,
it might be over.
Yeah,
I know they games against New York Jets too, who also won this week.
True.
So they're actually behind the Jets. The Jets are now 3-6, and the Miami Dolphins are 2-6. So
yeah,
devastating
so that division
blow to Miami.
Yeah,
and if the Jets do find their footing a little bit, Miami might be at the bottom.
Could be. They might. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Could they be sellers? Could they feel like their season is over? I don't know. But I mean, you just have to look at it like it can go either way. Because the thing is, the margin for error for the AFC is so slim compared to the NFC. You can rarely take as many losses as you can in the NFC to make the playoffs. I mean, when you look at the Chargers are 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos, I know they lost today, but they're still 5-4. You know what I mean? So these aren't like teams that aren't winning games. And then you look at
the Chargers as well.
Exactly. I mean, like it's any given day. That playoff can just change.
At the top. Everyone else
exactly
right there battling it out, and then you've got the 7-0 Chiefs. Oh. We need them.
Their loss will come at some point.
Yeah,
I feel that their loss will come.
Want that 1 seed? Screw the 1 seed.
I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried about the 1 seed.
I want home.
See, my thing for us is winning the division. I want to win the division and guarantee our playoff spot. I don't care about the 1 seed. We've had the 1 seed. We see what we do with the 1 seed. I want to see what we do without the 1 seed. So I'm okay with. And I'm okay with this new Lamar Jackson, this new offense going in a non-1 seed and trying to just run the table in the playoffs. I'm completely fine with that. So the Chiefs, if y'all want it, take it. It's all yours. But finishing as a 2 seed or finishing as a division winner, I'm cool
Love
with
the two.
that. I'm
I
completely
also
fine with
love the
that.
one seed though, because you got to think about it for the player standpoint
Yeah,
too. We talk about that.
yeah. I mean,
But
yeah, I
anyway,
get that. Getting that rest
let's
is
let's come back to earth here. We're still in November 3rd.
that
Okay,
is true.
it's
We
it's
still
still
have 2 whole months of football to go, so let's get through that.
yeah.
But other than that, man, that's all I wanted to say. Let's pay attention to the
I'm
trades
really
that could be looming.
I'm really happy that Baltimore got it done today. It was great. I don't know if you knew this, but I actually today was my birthday, so it was great to see the Ravens actually, give me a nice gift. So thank you,
Gonzo
Baltimore, putting the
birthday.
show on. So I appreciate it. Thank you. So here we go. We'll be back very soon. We've got Thursday night football on Thursday, so we gotta do a post game show or pre-game show very soon. I'm thinking maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure what Dom's schedule is looking.
Tuesday might be a little
We
difficult because it's election day. We can try to aim for Wednesday.
okay. We've got to pick days for these, and we've got to stay true
And
to it.
just
That's
stay set to them.
we've
Yeah.
got to do.
Let's aim for
We've got to
Wednesday.
week to do pregame and postgame, and stick to it. That we
Yeah,
have to
depending on
at
schedules.
least
Yeah, depending on the schedule goes.
pregame. Yeah, at least
Absolutely.
pregame. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think we aim for Wednesday for Thursday night pregame. Wednesday night, we'll probably try to bring that guys to you. Bring it to you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, can't wait. Thursday night football at the bank, unveiling the Ravens' new Color Rush helmets with their all purple and gold against Cincinnati Kitty Cats, who are desperate for a win, with or without T. Higgins. We'll see. But yeah, I'm happy about this game. Feeling a lot better about the team. Let's get some trades. Maybe we'll be talking about some trades next week too. So we'll see. All right.
We'll see.
On this video, shout out to the Ravens for getting it done. Looking good on both sides of the ball. It was a complimentary. All 3 phases contributed, so that was great. That's what you want to see. So let's keep this train rolling. I'm happy for them. Let's get it going. Thanks for tuning in with us and swinging by. Please leave a like and a subscription if you're watching this on YouTube. All right? That's all. Dom, how you feeling? You still feeling all right?
I'm feeling
Yeah.
good, man. Definitely great to get a bounce back win.
Great.
Now let's please shut down this Cincy offense and get another dub on Thursday.
All right. And we will be right back here to talk to you guys, most likely Wednesday night, for pregame live. As always, I'm Gonz. That's Dom. Shout out to the Ravens for getting it done. And go Ravens. See you guys soon.